This is PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina, the site for NHL action on Comcast Sportsnet tonight. Joe Beninati and Craig Laughlin with you. Caps and Canes Part 2. And Locker, we are looking forward to seeing these two squads work against each other. There's often high drama, especially when Braden Holtby visits this part of our country where he has performed so admirably with his mates. We are underway. The on-ice officials are Kyle Raymond and Steve Kazari. The linesmen are Brad Kovacic and Derek Amell.
And this is one you need as a Capital player. You need to get a win, the first of a three-game roadie, Joe. You have to come in strong against Carolina. Carolina, by the way, has picked up their play. The Caps are going to have to play with real good speed here tonight.
John Carlson on the dump down. As we settle into the opening stanza, Capitals on the road for this and two more. Jiri Tolusti guarded by Matt Niskanen. Ovechkin's relay on its bumpy way for Wilson, and he'll spin it in to get Barry Trotz a line change. Hurricanes working without one of their top defenders tonight, Andrej Sekera, out of the lineup. This is Nestrashil, who they claimed off of waivers from Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit probably not too happy that he was picked up. Several teams wanted him, but he was a guy that had to be left off their roster, Joe B, because Stephen Weiss came back to their lineup.
After battling so many different injury concerns. Turnover here in neutral. Nestrashil for Rask, looking for Skinner, deflected by a back-checking Joel Hoare. Capitals trying to respond through center. No open passing lane there, as both teams are getting some fresh personnel on ice.
Maybe the quietest building I have seen PNC Arena in years, Joe B. It's usually rocking. Right now it is not early on in this hockey game.
As Brouwer delivers this one to center, Andrei Burakovsky was racing after it. The Capitals, Barry Trotz in particular, not giving Yevgeny Kuznetsov a jersey tonight. He's a healthy scratch, as well as Liam O'Brien up front. Brouwer tiptoes into the offensive zone, bumped there by Alex Semin. Burakovsky deals for Brouwer. Point position, Orpik lets it fly off of a shin pad and wide of the cage. Right into your living room comes John Michael Lyles. Gerby busts out of there. This is a potential 3-on-2. Nice saucer pass. Fanning on it was Semin. And then it is Holtby who will squeeze. Locker takes you through the netminders.
Now Braden Holtby goes for the Caps tonight. He's backed up by former Hurricane Justin Peters. Holtby looking for his 9th win of the season. At the other end of the spectrum, you look at Hudobin. He gets a call tonight from their coach Peters. Hudobin's looking for his first win of the year, Joe B. He's backed up by Drew McIntyre, who was called up from the American Hockey League. Carey Price sits this one out, little nicked up in his last outing.
You meant to say Cam Ward.
Cam Ward, sorry, yes. Who did I say?
Carey Price.
You got it.
It's a good trade.
Yeah.
On the run, Chimera fires. Kick out, save, rebound, poked home. Jay Beagle on the follow-up.
Big juicy rebound there by Hudobin, laying right in front. And the Capitals strike first, something they have not been able to do in recent outings. So this is a real positive. A lot of Caps fans in attendance, as always, down here in Raleigh. Beagle's got his 3rd goal of the season, now has 16 career goals. All starts in transition. They try to go D to D. There's some misplay at the point, and now it's the speed of Chimera. And he shoots low, big rebound. And it looked like Hudobin and Beagle knocked that in. Not sure if Hudobin even caught a piece of that. Beagle should get credit. The Caps up 1-0.
Mark it down at 2:19 of the opening frame. Beagle with earlier tallies this season against Carolina and Arizona. Hainsey, the Connecticut native, offers it for Boychuk down the flank. He winds and drives, and that's vacuumed up by Braden Holtby.
Well, the Caps 9-1-1 scoring first, something they've been trying to do, and sort of maybe a scouting report on Hudobin. Remember, that's how the Caps beat this Canes team, off a big rebound off a pad. And again, they use a rebound shot to strike first. Beagle going hard on a net drive, taps her home here early on in the first.
Anton Hudobin staring down at the other end of the rink. Face-off to come in the offensive territory for his Canes. This Carolina squad at 8-13-3. A point drive from Lyles that goes wide of the cage, and now John Michael will turn back into his own zone. Fancy skating defender, always offensive-minded, even from his collegiate days when he was a remarkable talent out of Michigan State. This is offside. against Washington.
Good third man there by the Capitals, Eric Fehr, making sure he was at the top of the circle, between the top of the circle and blue line. They're trying to execute a breakout up the middle. Your third guy has to have good positioning. Eric stopped the puck, Joe B, but he was unable to hold it on sides there for the whistle.
Fehr, who had a very solid game at the face-off dot last time out against Vancouver. See his overall point totals this season. Says he doesn't mind taking face-offs on the road when he has to be the first man in. Sometimes when he's at home, he's got too much time to think about it.
Well, you better be focusing against Carolina because they're top 4 or 5 in the NHL when it comes to face-off effectiveness. And they got McClement, they got Stahl against Backstrom and Beagle and Eric Fehr tonight. That battle could decide this hockey game.
Fehr was saying that Eric Stahl is, in particular, difficult to win draws against. Harrison works back through center. The veteran blue liner into the lineup with Sekera out ailing. Jay Harrison, a 32-year-old from Oshawa, Ontario. Caps have a 1-0 advantage. Locker thanks to an early strike from Jay Beagle. As Wilson works in, the puck was played with a high stick, thus the whistle. He's either full of information or full of himself. Here's Craig's Voice on Value, presented by Morgan Franklin Consulting.
It's all about pushing the pace for the Washington Capitals. The guys on the road, they know this is a big game for them. Push the pace early on. It's paid off already with a net drive. We asked Barry this morning, Joe B, about good starts and how important it is. And he said the key reason and the key factor he looks for is enthusiasm in the game. He wants speed, enthusiasm. Obviously, execution on the breakouts are imperative, but he wants that enthusiasm from the bench and from every player. That means a better start for this team.
The early goal will certainly help in that regard as Lindholm swivels from behind the cage. The quick feed. Holtby goes paddle down to beat Eric Stahl. Stahl comes to the point for Falk. Out wide for Gleason. Rister looking for that high deflection. Talusti didn't get it through the traffic, and the Caps come back 3-on-3. Ovechkin dipping and diving at the line, and Falk has no problems with him. He'll clear in. Head coach Peters wants the line change. Bill Peters in his first year barking signals in Raleigh. The long stretch was intended for Brouwer, and it'll turn out to be icing against the Caps.
And Capitals trying to spring Brouwer behind their defense. They had a line change there. They obviously want certain guys out. Their matchups. Troy Brouwer, take a look at his numbers so far. 12 points, 4 goals, however, in 5 career games versus Hudobin. He's had their goaltender's number in his career.
He was pretty good here last season, wasn't he? Troy Brouwer had the game winner in both victories for the Caps here a season ago. That was a strange season series between these two. Carolina won all 3 in D.C. The Caps were clean here.
And they were clean here for another reason. They defended Skinner and Stahl very well. They shut those 2 guys down defensively here on their home ice. If you can close down Skinner and Stahl, you're going to be in good shape.
Didn't give him a point. Braden Holtby getting the start, getting the nod tonight, looking for win number 9 individually on the season. The Caps coming into the festivities at 10-10-4, 24 points in the Metropolitan Division standings, 5 better than the guys in the red sweaters. Niskanen waits to absorb a hit, plays it on around. Jordan comes in from point position. Mikhail Jordan, not Michael Jordan. As Holtby will squeeze at the knees and get the quick whistle there. We have the chance to tell you about this evening's Cold Hard Fact. It's brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Time to make a move on the Metro.
Yeah, with 3 of the next 4, they need points in a big way. 4-1-1 already versus their division, +8 goal differential. Power play humming around along just close to 29%, Joe. And now they're going to be at a heavy diet of division games after playing a lot against the West and other divisions. Now's the time to start moving, just a couple of points behind the Rangers.
Gleason hammers that one. Holtby got just a little whisker of it on the way by. He was heavily screened. As we approach the 5-minute mark of this opening period, no power plays either way. Chimera's been skating like a blur tonight. Right on in, and Hudobin makes the save in the cover. And the Canes didn't like the snow shower their netminder received.
Jason Chimera has his skating legs, doesn't he? Another intercept of a D-to-D pass. That's their top unit, too. Gleason and Justin Falk, that's their top pairing for Peters, the head coach. And there you see the face wash there at the end with the skate, the snow. Chimera, very active and skating like he normally does wonderfully. Just powerful and long strides. 316 points in 817 games for Jason.
Jason scored a couple of times against the Canes a season ago. Very active as we have played just a bit more than 5 minutes tonight. He set up the Beagle tally at 219. This is Nate Schmidt taking it off the wall. Gerby is next. Quick relay, and it's pumped wide. Nice passing play there was set up for Riley Nash, who has normally a very good hand against Washington. This is Gerby on the cycle. Activating Alex Semin. He was floored by Schmidt. You look down the dasher, Chimera on the exit for Michael Latta, who's in the lineup. Yevgeny Kuznetsov, the healthy scratch up front at forward. Cap still missing Mike Green, Aaron Volpatti, John Erskine, and Dmitry Orlov on the injured list. Brooks Laich turns the corner. The feed for Ward. He fanned on his first drive as the Caps will reorganize at center. Niskanen closing. Fakes, then fires. Hudobin steps out on the angle. Did not clamp onto the rebound. No harm done. Back comes the dangerous Skinner. Jeff Skinner on the delay. Good defense waiting for him from Karl Alzner. Skinner behind the back. That's pretty for Lyles, and it's gloved by Holtby. 6 minutes, 7 seconds gone by in the opening stanza. And Washington, hoping for a good start, they get it. Beagle provides with his third on the season. The Caps have the lead in Raleigh. The night in the NHL, 10 other games going on this Thursday. Washington has a goal from Jay Beagle and a 1-0 advantage. Locker Star Treks presented by Toyota. Veteran wingers on the verge.
Yeah, Brooks Laich looking for his 300th point. Beautiful highlight reel goal versus Vancouver. Should give number 21 some confidence. On the other side of the ledger, Alexander Semin, the former Cap, looking for his 500th point. Goals have been tough to come by. Just none for Semin. In fact, none his last 25, dating back to last season for the $7 million man.
I checked the box score against Nashville the other night. Alex played 15 minutes. Alex Semin we're talking about. He took one attempted shot. Does that sound like him?
No, it doesn't.
Kicked out of there by Holtby. Washington has the 1-0 lead tonight. Lindholm pulls the trigger. That was blocked. Elias Lindholm, who turned 20 back on Tuesday, watching as Laich accelerates into the offensive zone, leaves it for the trailing Carlson. Lindholm steers it by him, goes 2-on-2 with Talusti. On the overlap, this is Eric Stahl. Stahl swooping in down low, and Holtby with a pad save and the cover. Things that you should be considering tonight, game notes to ponder. Locker Nick and Alex are like two peas in a pod.
They had domination against this team. Assisted on 11 of Alex's 12 goals this season. 45% of its goals since 07-08. Outscored Vancouver 3-1 at even strength in the loss. Carolina this season, Semin no goals. Hudobin, goose egg in the wins department.
Capitals get possession of the draw. Tom Wilson worms his way back through center. Falk has been getting a steady diet of Alex Ovechkin from head coach Bill Peters in the first 7 minutes plus. Wilson feeds for Backstrom. It came right on by, and now Skinner will explore neutral ice. Fancy skater, Jeff Skinner, from a family of hockey players and figure skaters.
Yeah, that's just sets him apart, and that's why he's been a star player. If he hadn't had those 3 concussions, which he is coming back admirably from, Joe, he's really worked back. He's playing some of his best hockey he has this season in the last several games. He's back to being his normal self, a guy Caps have to watch tonight.
Icing call against Tom Wilson and the Capitals. Jeff Skinner puffing and puffing back at the bench. This 22-year-old former Rookie of the Year in the NHL.
Yeah, he's got 198 points already, Joe B. Looking for 2 to get to 200 in his career here in Carolina.
You check out the roster, you look at number 47, it says Michael Jordan. No, not Michael Jordan in Carolina. That would be appropriate.
Yeah, well, his parents named him that. Didn't even realize there was an MJ over here in United States at the time, Michael Jordan, and they said, well, we're just going to name him Michael.
Johansson's snapshots deflected. This one is McCall Jordan. McCall Jordan. Jay Beagle early on getting the Caps the advantage.
Yeah, misplay by the Blue Liners for Carolina, and off to the races goes Chimera. Big rebound and the poke on the backhand for Beagle. It's all about speed. It's about pressure around the ice there. And the Caps Chimera has been flying here in the first period.
Face off to the left of Anton Hudobin. Carolina doubling up Washington in terms of shots in the early going, as Hudobin will hang on again. Troy Brouwer, Locker mentioning the success he's had against Anton. Beagle is all eyes on this next draw. Brouwer to take it and win it cleanly. Johansson in tight space for Burakovsky. Nice relay out wide for Troy Brouwer. He'll distribute to Burakovsky, the rookie in the Washington lineup, paying a price in the corner. We continue 5-on-5. 1-0 for the Caps thanks to the Beagle tally. Schmidt deftly working at point position on a give and go with Brouwer. Good possession for this line. Burakovsky throws it back into the mix. There's Schmidt getting up into the play. Around the wall and skated to safety by Boychuk. Zach Boychuk maneuvering in against Jack Hillen. Schmidt hustled back to get into defensive posture. Now this is volleyball spiked back to center by Johansson. Nearing the midway mark of the opening period. Washington downing Carolina in D.C. on November 8th in overtime 4-3. Leading this one by 1 in the early going. Here comes Chimera again, shot out of a gun. Backhander stopped, and Hudobin will squeeze.
Man, does he ever have his legs tonight, Joe? You know, sometimes you have them, sometimes you don't. You know, it could be fatigue sometimes. Your legs just aren't firing, as we know some players say, Joe B. And here it is. Jason Chimera, he has had quite the first period. He's been all over the place, something the Caps need from him on a consistent basis. That's what separates him. He's a veteran guy, but his speed, man, oh man, can't get enough of it.
At age 35, Jason's the elder statesman on this roster. Working tonight with Latta and Beagle up front. Carlson got caught flat-footed. Skinner works in, hits the brakes, fires. Good recovery, though, by Brooks Orpik. Nestrashil with help from Rask. Carlson to outlet. Beagle keeps it along the boards, but Rask was there. Victor Rask, who had the game winner on Tuesday against the Nashville Predators.
Yeah, points in 3 straight. A guy to focus on, especially when he gets the puck. Very creative young player.
Latta maneuvering in, goes to the outside on Gleason. Finds Light for a wrister into the glove of Anton Hudobin. Folks, listen up. 'Tis the season for Caps hockey. You can check those bad holiday gifts to the boards. Holiday packs are on sale now. Each of them includes 1 ticket to 2 Caps home games, 1 ticket to the Bridgestone NHL Winter Classic at Nats Park on the 1st of January, and an NHL Winter Classic replica puck signed by a player of your choice. You can unleash the fury by calling 202-266-CAPS. Fair set to draw for Washington. Linesman Kovacic getting the boys properly aligned. Alex Semin with an 80-footer that bounces wide of Braden Holtby. Niskanen was upset back behind the cage. Caps to the rescue with Ward, Alsner, and then Like with speed. He'll fire, and Hudobin was on the angle there, taking that one right in the chest. We've crossed the halfway point of the opening period. The Capitals are on top in Raleigh on CSN. Thompson Creek window of opportunity. Jason Chimera, speed to burn.
Yeah, Jordan, maybe rookie jitters there as he receives that puck, and it's ripped off by Chimera. The follow-up by Beagle. The Caps on the board because of the speed. Another great opportunity, whizzing around the D, getting a good opportunity, and just moments ago, just burning down the flank. Gets a good backhand right into the belly of Hudobin. He's been all over the place. Some love for number 25 here tonight.
Won't take Barry Trotz long to get that line back out there. They've looked very sharp in this game's first 10 minutes. Caps in the offensive zone with Backstrom dealing for Niskanen. He pumped that one wide on purpose. The big rebound collected to the boards by Backstrom. Then Ovechkin stopping on a dime. Alex Ovechkin throwing a shoulder at Gleason. Backstrom recovers, points it for Niskanen, and he bombs away wide with Wilson setting the screen. The Capitals are very crisp in this first period.
And yeah, just moving the puck. You can hear the puck hit the blades up here, which is a good sign. No bouncing pucks. They do have to shore up their odd man breaks. They've allowed several this period against Carolina. They've got quick guys in the wing. If you're going to hold the line, you got to take the body and not watch the puck.
Offside against Carolina on the rush. The Canes, in the third game of a 5-game homestand here at PNC Arena. Arena that has been extremely kind to Washington in recent seasons.
Yeah, coming up for them after tonight. They don't play till Sunday and Monday, Joe. Back-to-back here on home against the Red Wings and the Devils.
And then it'll be 3 straight on the road for Bill Peters' troops. Shots on goal are 9-7 for Carolina. Washington has the only salvo on the board thanks to Jay Beagle. Brouwer hits the gas. Troy Brouwer, muscled by Harrison. Orpik winds and fires. Had that one rejected by Andre Nestrashill. Lyles with a sturdy hit on Johansson. You see that 4-man scrum. Burakovsky edging free, back to point position. It'll get away from Brouwer, and Orpik will retreat. Johansson elevates that pass for Burakovsky, gets away from him. Victor Rask is there. Hurricanes through neutral with Lyles. Gunning one around the boards. Schmidt waiting for it. Bounced free right to Nate. He'll bump it along for Burakovsky. This is a 3-on-2. Burakovsky feeds. Schmidt fires, and that was blocked in front by Hainsey. Jay McClement the other way. McClement weaving through the traffic. Jordan's drive right to the glove of Holtby.
Well, pushing and shoving in front of the net, exchanging chances at both ends. Both teams seem to be getting their legs. Jordan on the follow-up. The Caps had a good 3-on-2 to boot, going the other way. Here come the Caps. Good net drive up the middle. Beagle and company, both guys sort of driving, which allows Schmitty to open up. And that's a good block, as you mentioned, Joe B, by Hainsey, the veteran defenseman. Schmitty, by the way, has been with the rush every shift he's been out there. Beagle, the only goal scorer. They rely on him for goals and assists, but not as much as his defensive play. And you see his nice numbers when it comes to face-off effectiveness.
He'll yield the floor to Michael Latta on this draw, bested by Nash. Hainsey, the long wrister that was spoiled by Beagle. Jordan maneuvers around Chimera. Mikhail Jordan right to the front, and Holtby forced to make a testing save there.
That was a nice play by the defender, coming in, getting backhand, and then flexing it to the forehand, and he got some good leverage on that shot. Here he is coming wide. Jordan comes to the middle, and there's the snapshot trying to go short side shelf, but Holtby's had absolutely nothing come off his body so far here in the first period. Well done.
Hainsey managed to keep that in. Locker, I've heard you and Alan May and Al Koken say that you think defensemen, young defensemen, have the toughest chores coming into the National Hockey League. Jordan spent almost 4 years in the American League prepping for these days with Charlotte.
And it certainly pays off. You know, that's just the trend now. As the Caps, I think, are going to be whistled for a minor. We'll wait and see. I think it's going to be a tripping call, Joe B. But yeah, the American Hockey League is such a pipeline to the NHL. You need the experience playing at a high level like the American Hockey League. Makes you ready for the big stage against the men in the National Hockey League, and it's paid off for a lot of players throughout the history of the game. Far boards, there you see the shot. 2 guys in the box, though. Semin and Chimera, so it could also be a dive situation, Joe B.
Alex Semin and Jason Chimera have a seat. Referee Steve Kazari making the assessment, giving us some 4-on-4 hockey action. As Barry Trotz peeks over the Washington bench. For Trotz and the Capitals, 12 straight games against Eastern Conference rivals up until the Winter Classic. Interference on Chimera, tripping for Semin, did I hear? As Lindholm cruises in, throws one towards the cage, paddled on by Holtby. That indeed was the case. Chimera for interference, Semin for tripping, giving us the 4-on-4 situation. Lindholm didn't feel that cleanly. Carlson gets up into the rush. Eric Fair fans on a wrist shot. Canes have it surrounded, and Eric Stahl was crunched there by Brooks Laich. This is Brooks Orpik into the offensive zone. Finds Ovechkin for a rip off the pads and goalie stick of Anton Khudobin. On the hop, it's Rask going wide. Niskanen swallows him up along the boards. Ovechkin shoulder to shoulder with Talusti. We're 4-on-4 for another 52 seconds. 6:18 to go in the opening period. Jay Beagle has staked Washington to the advantage. Niskanen keeps it going, propelling for Ovechkin, who didn't get out of the zone. Rask next. Top side to Hainsey. That was too tough to handle. He'll retreat. Ron Hainsey looks up. Finds a turning John Michael Lyles. Venturing away from Backstrom. Lyles will get it in gear as the Caps complete a change. Nash wanders into the offensive zone, fenced out of the air by Alsner. Johansson jumps on the accelerator. His pass to the front, rejected by Hainsey. Skinner with the open pivot, leaving on the boards for that wrister that comes wide of the goal from Riley Nash. Back to full and even strength. Schmidt looking to Brouwer behind him, and this is icing against DC. Folks, as always, we want you involved on Twitter tonight. Hashtag Capitals Talk. If you could own one piece of hockey memorabilia, just one, what would it be? One piece of hockey memorabilia, what would it be?
How about a Rocket Richard original jersey? Or sweater, as we used to call them.
That works for me.
Wool sweater from the Rocket.
With the recent passing of Jean Beliveau, we've seen so many highlight reels, different outlets, different mediums, but you can't help but wonder and admire and marvel at the history and tradition of those tremendous Canadian squads. Enjoying a game in the Metropolitan Division with the Caps in front by 1. All right, Magellan, tell us where we're going. Hadid shows us the road ahead.
We're going to head off tonight and go up to New Jersey, Joe B. Saturday night against the Devils, who are reeling a little bit, 9-12-4. And they've got some injuries, including Yogs, who could be out. Tampa Bay on Tuesday, 17 wins, tied for the most in the NHL. The Jackets come a-calling at home on Thursday, Saturday, the Lightning. And then we're off to visit the Florida Panthers.
Okay, did I see somewhere where Yogs was battling the flu?
Yeah, I saw the
calling
flu.
it the flu?
The flu, after he took that hard hit from Bertuzzo, who got a 2-game suspension. Then he came down with the flu, and they were short guys. It's going to be interesting to see who they use in the lineup tonight where they play.
So that's Prudential Center on Saturday for us. Join us on Comcast Sportsnet, as you are for the moment right now, with less than 5 to go in this first period. Falk plays it along the boards. Back behind Braden Holtby. Holtby with 11 stops under his belt already. Nicholas Backstrom drags the puck free for Alex Ovechkin. He's forced back. The pressure coming here from the Canes. Gleason keeps it below the goal line. Ovechkin is there to pounce on it, go indirectly for Wilson, skipping it back to center. Both teams will change it up. Niskanen looking to create. On target to Burakovsky. He had 2 red sweaters waiting for him. Rask lifts it high, right to the glove of Holtby, and he'll take no chances. Folks, the assist leaders are presented by your local Hyundai dealers. You can let them assist you in scoring the lowest prices on the hottest lineup in America. Nick is full of tricks against these clubs.
Loves playing against Carolina. His best totals, 34, 2 better than Florida and Tampa Bay. The Flyers he does well. And the franchise of Atlanta and Winnipeg, he's racked up a ton of assists to boot.
Closing in, it's like turning on Jordan. They get Brooks Orpik into the act. He shimmies towards the cage. Orpik, point position for Carlson off that 3-point effort against Vancouver. Joel Ward lowering the shoulder. Ward waits. Keep it on the exterior. Like giving a nudge. Ward fires. That was blocked. Fair digging in along the wall. brushed on out of there by Nestrashil. As Carlson will play, scored his first ever goal in this building, did John, against the likes of Manny Legacy. Orpik for Carlson. Scoop it ahead off the glass and out. Squirts by Harrison, but then he took a chunk of Burakovsky on the way by. 3 minutes and change to go, separating us from our Lattices Intermission Live festivities. Gerby hustles into the offensive zone. His pass swiveled right to a defender's skate. Schmidt on the outlet for Hillen. Alex Semin gets back in the wash. Semin works in. That long reach. The wrister that was blocked. Burakovsky ahead for Brouwer and a bit too strong for him. Riley Nash will dump it in. Bill Peters is calling for the line change for the Canes. Schmidt uncontested out of his own zone. Hillen on the headman to Latta. Hudobin will wander a bit from the crease. Plays it on around. Beagle was poised to take that with 2:12 to go in the first. McClement will drive it on back. Jay McClement, so durable. He's only missed 7 games total in the last 5 years, wherever he's been.
Man, he really fulfills his role. You know, now he's more of a checker and a face-off guy, kills penalty, but it's the leadership. That's the reason they brought him in under Ronnie Francis here to Carolina.
Chimera to Beagle. That was the combination that's provided Washington with a lead. That happened in the game's first 2.5 minutes. Beagle swivels to the interior. Plays to the boards for Chimera. On target, a routine stick save for Hudobin. 1:35 to go in the first. Beagle covering up at the point position. That fourth line has been terrific in this first period.
Yeah, it's been a real good compete level, and that can separate lines throughout the National Hockey League. You've got to compete, and I see the compete being very high for the fourth line and throughout the Caps lineup here tonight.
Was it me or did the Canes get away with interference there?
Oh yeah, they don't take penalties, remember? Just one penalty 3 of the last 4 games. They get away with a lot.
Someone hit Chimera before he was anywhere near the puck. Niskanen scoops it in. 60 seconds to go. Backstrom to Ovechkin, then Orpik. Had that blocked by Dwyer. Backstrom isolates, steps in the cooker, swing and a miss for Ovechkin. He was in prime real estate there. 45 seconds with which to work in the opening frame. Nicklas Backstrom, the most points he scored against anyone in his NHL career against the Canes. Most goals, too. Hudobin looking for some help. Yo, guys, I've got the puck.
Yeah.
Anybody want this? 25 seconds to go. Through center. Wilson getting his signals crossed there. Hainsey jumps up into the flow. Leaves it on the boards for Eric Stahl. To the front, poke checked by Holtby. 10 ticks left. Carlson carefully gets it through Lyles and down. 4 seconds to play. And that will do it for the opening stanza in Raleigh. Braden Holtby credited with 11 stops in the first. Beagle gets his 3rd goal of the season at 2:19. Chimera on the primary and only assist. Lattices Intermission Live is coming up for you. A special look at a Canadiens legend. Highlights and stats from here in the booth, and we'll see if Blocker can fire up his telestrator.
I got her going. I'm ready.
Good job. Good job by you. This is Lattices Intermission Live. Sorry, Stormy. The Canes are trailing by 1 as we send you back to the studio now. Here's Al Koken and Alan May. Back to Raleigh. Come on inside PNC Arena, where Hurricanes faithful are keeping their spirits up. Carolina at 8-13-3. Washington at 10-10-4. Jay Beagle on the board, his 3rd of the season at 2:19, giving the guests the advantage. McDonald's trivia for you. Locker, who are the 5 Caps that have recorded at least 60 assists in a single season? 5 men with 60 helpers in 1 year.
One's playing tonight. That's my only hint.
That's one, yes.
Yes.
I have 6 candidates on my sheet now. We have to pick 5 of them.
I have 5.
You have all 5?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got it cold.
I think. I don't know. I just came up with one this afternoon.
Wow. I didn't think you worked this afternoon.
Maybe it was in a dream I thought of the answer.
Did you see it on your eyelids?
Yeah.
The inside of them? Off we go in the second period. PNC Arena in Raleigh, the home venue for the Carolina Hurricanes. Most recently, a winner over Nashville. You know, if you're going to beat the Predators these days, you have to come correct.
Well, throw away their poor start. You know, no wins their first 8 games since that 0-6-2 slide, Joe B. This Carolina team's not too bad at 8-7-1, understanding what Coach Peters wants from them, and they've been executing much better recently.
Always on the march behind that bench, the former assistant to Mike Babcock in Detroit.
Yeah, did their deed, did their penalty kill, joined behind the bench by Brind'Amour and Steve Smith, who played for many of the Cup teams with the Edmonton Oilers.
Just starting in this second period, Joe Beninati and Craig Laughlin with you tonight with the NHL on Comcast Sportsnet as we tip our cap to all the men and women in our technical crew for their efforts day and night. Caps beginning 3 straight on the road. In New Jersey Saturday, and then in Tampa Bay before too long next week on Tuesday. Ward towards the cage, deflected over top of the net, guarded by Anton Khudobin. Cam Ward's been playing extremely well for the Canes, but he's on the injured list tonight. Nestrashil spins it on around. Andre Nestrashil, whom the Hurricanes acquired off the waiver wire, former Detroit third choice back in the 2009 draft. Alzner for Niskanen, right up the gut to Joel Ward as he hot puts it into the offensive zone. These two teams are 5-on-5. Barry Trotz was saying earlier, if you're going to draw penalties, you need more spirited interior play. This is deflected on goal, and Khudobin made a sparkling stop there on friendly fire.
Yeah, he stayed with that weird deflection in front. He was lucky to be able to corral it and not let it squirt through. Excellent stop here early on.
Jack Hillen giving some ground, comes cross rink for Schmidt. On time and on target to Troy Brouwer. Then Johansson closing, rips it wide on the short side. Good looking shot there from Marcus Johansson, who's been pulling the trigger a lot more this season. At the very least, at the right times. Long drive from Schmidt that was shoveled wide of the goal. Hillen comes crashing down as he's instructed to do. Schmidt towards the cage, answered in front. Brouwer with a takeaway. The intercept off the Semin relay. Burakovsky's tripped, and the Caps will have a power play here.
Excellent job in the forecheck, and it stems from the defense pinching, Joe B. You mentioned Hillen and company joining the attack. I think it's been an ongoing affair here tonight, the way the D have been more active. They've been all over the place,
Carolina number
helping
20,
out.
Too many minor for trip.
And the Caps will go to a power play. Riley Nash to the box, just a little strip on Burakovsky. Hauled down behind the bent net. Here he is, just a stick between the legs. The corkscrew pulls him down. Nash to the box.
Capitals are technically 5 for their last 9 on the power play. Power play goals in 4 of their last 5 outings.
And notice the way they're penalty killing. They practiced this yesterday. They want to take away OV, they want to take over Brouwer, and they want to force the other 3 guys, whether it be Niskanen or Backstrom, to be the shooters on the power play.
Dwyer pumps that shorthanded rocket right to Braden Holtby.
Yep, a little steal in the middle there. The Capitals try to shovel that to Brouwer, and now they're getting more instruction there. The Capitals are reading what they're doing when they had a setup there, both Blaine and Barry Trotz, so maybe making adjustments as this power play goes along. If they're going to close off the slot, they're going to close off Ovechkin. Other guys are going to be available. It's going to be a 3-on-2 somewhere in the zone.
You just saw the special teams numbers for these two squads. The Capitals are number 1 on the road in terms of power play effectiveness, just below 35%. Ovechkin deals it in. They fight for it along the dasher, and winning the board battle and rolling it clear was McClement in one fell swoop.
And you got to take advantage of the power plays they give you, because they don't give a lot. 73 minors, tied with the lowest in the National Hockey League coming into this hockey game. They're not a team that takes a lot of penalties, so when you get a chance, you got to bury it.
In terms of penalty minutes, they are second only to Nashville. On the Toyota League leaderboard, the Caps are cooking on the road.
Along with Arizona, the Penguins, the Sharks, and the Blue Jackets, anything above 20 on the road is considered very good. The Caps are in the excellent range. If they can hold that type of number all season, they'll be just fine.
They had only one measly power play opportunity against Vancouver a couple nights back. This will chase John Carlson all the way into Holtby's neighborhood. Very rarely do you see the Caps outscore a team by 2 or more goals at even strength like they did to Vancouver on Tuesday and lose. The Canucks are those 3 power play markers providing the difference. Burakovsky. Deep slot looking for Ward. Hainsey comes out of there with it, and he'll clear.
And did you see where their stick was on that play to Ward? Immediate intercept by the defenseman and the forward reading those plays. They're going to have to look at for the second, third, and fourth type of option here on this power play, the way they're penalty killing right now.
McClement hustles to the loose puck, plays for Gleason. He'll go high on the window and send Washington away. Just 14 seconds left in the man advantage. Carlson on the headman for Beagle. Beagle looking for the return pass from Latta that was poke checked aside. This is Gerby drifting from left wing to right. Gerby with a backhand off the blocker of Holtby. He kickstarts the breakout the other direction. Falk will clear it in. A national champion in his own right at Minnesota Duluth. Alsner playing hide and seek away from Eric Stahl. Beagle steers it onto the Hurricane half. Carolina back to a level playing field, 5-on-5. Trailing by 1, Jay Beagle on the board in the game's first 3 minutes. Lindholm sends it out there wide. Beautiful stick handling from Skinner. Orpik stayed in the shooting lane. Stahl using his long reach and a pad save for Holtby. Beagle chips it ahead. Latta wants to get it out. Fumbled it on his first try. Skinner for Stahl. That's rejected in front as Orpik was right where he needed to be. Brooks Orpik continues to be an outstanding shot blocker for Washington. Top 3 in the league in that regard. Hillen turns the cooker, using it for leverage away from Gerby. Backstrom ran into Wilson. Snapshot coming from Nash, and it's plucked out of the air by Holtby.
No, you got to be careful at Carolina. They're very good at stripping you away from the puck. They're one of the top teams when it comes to takeaways, and that generates a lot of their offense. When I talked to Alsner this morning, he said, man, you got to have your head on a swivel. You've got to be aware, especially of the backside pressure, and that's a good opportunity. A good rip by Nash right into the glove. Stahl on the wrap. You talked about his wingspan. There you see how quickly he can use it to get a quality scoring chance here in the second.
Listed at 6'4", the 30-year-old Eric Stahl. Tallied in the first meeting against these Caps in D.C. Washington prevailing in overtime thanks to Nicholas Backstrom that night. Justin Peters was in the cage, the former Kane getting the better of his old mates. Tonight it's Holtby. Falk wide of the cage looking for the carom, swatted aside by Braden. Ovechkin steers it back to neutral ice, and Wilson will go running after Gleason. Falk waits for the breakout to begin. Nash swings out of his own zone. Headman to Gerby onside. Gerby hooks off. Looking for help. Alex Semin opens up. Point position Harrison. Through the screen and wide. Niskanen clamps onto it for the Capitals. Wilson did not get it out. Semin then fanned when he was pulling the trigger. Alex Semin, the longtime Cap, former Washington 40-goal scorer, in fact, makes a pass to nobody in particular there.
That's the way his season has been going for number 28. Not getting shots, fluffing them to the net, not generating any offense against his former buddy.
Good friend Alex Ovechkin will have a seat. It's still 1-0 Washington here in Raleigh. Our sport fans of the game are brought to you by Sport Automotive Chevrolet and Honda. Be a sport fan too. Visit sportautomotive.com. Capitals fans in a good mood to this point in the hockey game. All throughout PNC Arena. Caps have a 1-0 advantage. The big question has always been with this Caps team, at least in the first quarter of the season. Can they improve? Can they enhance upon a lead? Or do they let the opposition back in the game? Karlsson jumps up. Snapshot from the angle, just sent wide there. Troy Brouwer, who has been deadly against Carolina in recent years, missing the target. This one's put off the rink.
And that was a set play right off the face-off that they find the defender sneaking up the middle, and that was Karlsson that established that whole play with Mojo and company setting it up. Here it is right off the face-off. The Caps win it. Burakovsky goes to Orpik, and look at his partner jump right up the middle. So it's a play that they set up, they work on. It works out pretty well. They get a scoring chance off his D partner jumping up into the play, Karlsson.
Brouwer had a power play goal the first time these two teams met in early November. More goals against the Canes than any team in Troy's NHL career. Just the same like Backstrom. Harrison keeps it humming for Carolina. The Canes without Andre Sekera tonight on the back end. Second leading ice time guy for Bill Peters.
And he plays over 22 and a half minutes with Justin Falk just about every single night. He plays hard minutes to boot. He's such a good defenseman. Had a career year last year. Probably be missed here tonight.
Point position, Harrison fires. That's deflected, and Holtby stayed with it. McClement works the cycle for Dwyer. Dwyer looking for Boychuk. Had that erased by Burakovsky. Playing it on out nimbly there was Johansson back onto the Carolina side. As we approach 12 minutes to go in this second period. Shots on goal are 17-12 in favor of the Canes. Rask weakly towards the goal. Steered to the corner by Holtby. Along the dasher board, it's Jason Chimera. He was upset by Nestrashil. Rask to the point. Jordan with a wrister that was muffled. Orpik one-handing at it, knocked down to his knees. Skinner was there. Chimera pouncing on the puck for Washington, and away comes Latta through center. Chimera bolting down the wing. Jason Chimera rubbed out by Mikhail Jordan. Hainsey loping after it, putting Beagle to the boards. Latta, topside Orpik, switch it up for Karlsson. A wrister on the way, right to the midsection of Anton Khudobin. Cooler heads are going to prevail. Folks, you can stay up to date on your favorite team. Download the new CSN Washington app today. It features breaking news, instant analysis, scores, and now video. Get everything Capitals, Redskins, Wizards, DC United, and more on the new CSN Washington app. Michael Latta, the one tally on the road in Detroit, if memory serves.
Yep, dependable. That's what he's all about. He thinks defense first all the time, plays a tough, rough game, a lot of grit with those 31 penalty minutes.
Season ago in Hershey at the American Hockey League level, 14 goals for Michael, the 23-year-old Ontario native. Peering out now from the bench as the Capitals have Fair and Light and Ward on ice. Alsner to turn, place it on around the boards for Joel Ward. He'll jam it ahead with enough starch to be icing against the Capitals.
Not much the Caps could do on that. They're a good forechecking team. Just chipped up the wall a little too far from the post-up man along the boards. Heads to an icing. Brooks Laich, highlight reel goal the other night. An absolute beautiful, a thing of beauty, catching the puck between his legs and putting it shelf. Looking for his 127th goal.
Barry Trotz tells us it's a skating man's game nowadays, and when we see Brooks healthy, he's flying around out there and being an important part of the equation. Key for Brooks is health.
And he also said those are the guys that have to lead the team in these type of situations. You got to look to your core leadership group. As they go, the team follows, and Brooks is obviously part of that group. And with him skating and getting involved and creating opportunities, makes everybody easier to follow along.
When we were listening to Barry Trotz conduct his media press conference today, I think you and I both had the sense that core group had better be meeting on its own.
I think so.
And I think that they have been in the last day or so. Capitals came out with an inspired start. A goal from Jay Beagle in the game's first 2.5 minutes. A lead that they still maintain now, nearing the midway mark of the contest. It is Backstrom who will work wide to his backhand. Backstrom, point position. Karlsson, the long wrister deflected away. Only Sidney Crosby with more points in the month of November than Nick.
Yeah, 18 versus 17. Well done by number 19.
Still out there with Ovechkin feeding for Backstrom and a kick-out save for Hudobin with some help from Harrison, the defender. Good pinch in, good keep in. Better said by Carlson at the point. Harrison tries the other flank, reversing for Lyles. Ovechkin has enough left in the tank to find Backstrom. Excellent shift for the Caps top line. Ovechkin fires and a kick-out save for Hudobin.
Man, that was just about keeping the pressure on it, putting the puck in the right positions, Joe, not trying high-risk plays. Notice they threw it back around the net. That allows you to maintain that pressure. If you try a high-risk play, more often than not, the puck's out of the zone. That allowed them to keep the pressure against Carolina.
Alex Semin at the tail end of his line shift. Semin dipping and diving. Beautiful stick handling moves there. Gleason pumps one right on, and it was going wide of the cage. Holtby had a pad in the way nonetheless. Brouwer stokes it into the corner. Barry Trotz wants the line change. Brouwer all by his lonesome, getting help now from Burakovsky. There's Nash, the Ivy Leaguer. 3 years at Cornell for 20 in the red. Burakovsky on the delay. Losing Gleason nicely there. To the point for Schmidt. South of the goal line, Johansson. Gleason is one sturdy customer. Taps it on. Canes managed to get it back through center. Schmidt as the Caps will recoil. 8:20 to go. Fast-moving second period. 1-0 for Washington. The long stretch goes wide of the cage. It's icing against the Caps.
Good sustained pressure. Beagle the only goal scorer in this hockey game. Carolina and the Caps and around the National Hockey League, these one-goal games come naturally. It's just about the case every night. 1 out of 2 games is a one-goal affair, and it's just sticking to the game plan for Jay and the teammates right now, Burakovsky and company, sticking with it, making sure that they stay with the game plan that the Caps have. And I think we're going to have a timeout here as the Capitals have a face-off in their own zone, Joe B.
Face-off, see the boys gather around at the bench, and we can finish off McDonald's trivia. We were asking you earlier tonight, folks, there are 5 Caps in Washington history who've recorded at least 60 assists in a single season. Name them.
Backey.
Yes.
Stevens.
Yes.
Marouk.
Yes.
Pivo.
Yes.
Oates.
No, I'm going to go either Juno or Larry Murphy.
Okay, let's take a look.
Oh, no. No. No!
How did we forget? That's what name that popped into my mind this afternoon. I said, Oatsy put up big numbers here. It must have been him.
Why did I not put down Adam Oates? Why did I put Joe Juno down? Okay, moving on. 4 out of 5 for me. Locker, you did say Oates. That's who came to you in the sleep. The vision.
You have won the majority this season at trivia.
No.
So give me one.
I'm definitely giving it to you. I'm just wondering out loud. Snapshot coming from Lindholm, blocked. Elias Lindholm, very promising prospect, now to fruition in the NHL with these Canes. Just a 20-year-old first-round pick.
You want a little story about him, Joe B?
Elias Lindholm, go ahead.
His dad played in the NHL, drafted by LA. His first game playing against the Toronto Maple Leafs for the Kings. Goes out with Gretzky and Krushelnyski. Goes to Toronto, sets up behind the net at Maple Leaf Gardens during a shift. Krushelnyski comes off to the bench. He sits down next to him. He says, yeah, real good shift. But just remember, you're not the one that sets up behind the net. That guy that you're playing with, that's his office.
They called it his office for a reason.
Yes. He learned right away, did his dad.
Oh, you mean 99 goes here? Okay, I got it.
I got it.
Niskanen for Ward, tiptoeing into the offensive zone. That's blocked high into the end zone seats. 7:09 to play, second period. Low scoring in Raleigh. But for now, Washington has the lead right where they want it on Comcast Sportsnet.
Adding Eric Stahl back to their lineup is a huge part of their success. He's been great for them. Is one of the more talented players in the league for sure, and tougher to play against. But I think overall their neutral zone forecheck has really clogged up the neutral zone. I think that Bill Peters has done a great job bringing some of the things that Detroit does so well into their locker room across the way here in Carolina, and it's allowed them to give up less rush chances, and I think it's made them a dangerous team, allowed them to have success.
Caps assistant coach Todd Reardon with our Legal Seafoods Bite of the Night, addressing how these Hurricanes have rallied from their 0-6-2 start. Head coach Bill Peters for Carolina was saying, you know, we had a lot of young guys who were getting acclimated as this is deflected wide of the goal. Carolina now sitting at 8-13-3. Two teams are playing it even in full strength. Hudobin gets into the mix for John Michael Lyles, thrusting back for Dwyer. Pat Dwyer's backhand relay knocked to center ice by Niskanen. This is Harrison waiting for Lyles to open up. Down the open corridor for Boychuk. 3-on-3. Towards the cage, an easy stick stop for Braden Holtby. Give him 19 in the game. As the hitting intensifies, Alex Ovechkin is there, the Washington captain. Niskanen plays it ahead. We saw Mike Green on the ice this morning for Morning Skate Locker, and fingers crossed, perhaps, maybe by Saturday in New Jersey.
Yeah, I hope so. He did a little extra, stayed out late, get his conditioning up to par. Hopefully he'll be able to play Saturday night. He certainly can use his explosive power on the blue line.
Yevgeny Kuznetsov and Liam O'Brien are the healthy scratches up front.
And here's a big hit along the wall. Big hit by McClement on Big Willie. And Willie takes a tumble. I think McClement caught a piece of his stick on the way off to boot. Wilson, 49 pins, leads his hockey team.
Wilson late to start the regular season, right? He was injured as Ovechkin fires off the draw. Backstrom throws it to the corner, and then Wilson was injured against the Canes the last time these two teams met. Missed a couple games as a result. Tom works the cycle for Carlson. He'll distribute out wide for Orpik. And then Ovechkin butting it into his defender. Carlson waits. Orpik doesn't pull the trigger. Looking for the deflection. It goes wide of the goal. Backstrom bothered by Eric Stahl. The feed for Ovechkin drops it off. Orpik to Carlson. High slot. Backstrom blocked in front. That hit Gleason before it got to Hudobin.
And second consecutive shift, Joe B, with the top trio on the ice, just managing the puck extremely well. Nothing cutesy, just all in the corners, all in the trenches, creating real good zone time and scoring chances against Carolina.
Jordan plays it along the boards. Alex Semin hooks it on down. As Hillen strides to it, it's icing against Carolina. Locker Week in promo on NBCSN, a Wednesday night rivalry, an original 6-1 in fact. It's already the fourth meeting this season between the Maple Leafs and Red Wings out of the Atlantic Division.
That goes way back, doesn't it? The Leafs coming in tonight's action, 29 points, 33 for the Detroit Red Wings. Met in the Winter Classic last year, always a great rivalry, so close to each other. Since the original 6 days, it's always been a great hockey game. Detroit
taking 2 of the first 3 meetings, winning a back-to-back in October as Johansson dances in, fanned on the wrister. The Maple Leafs won the last installment, 4-1 at home. Schmidt towards the cage, booted away by Hainsey. Brouwer throws it into the wash for Johansson, and then Burakovsky. Andre Burakovsky slithers back to the point position, and the pass will chase Schmidt onto the Washington side. Nate Schmidt on the fly. Angles between defenders, and Johansson right to the chest of Hudobin. 3:58 left in the second period. The Caps are turning up the intensity with more threats on CSN. Window of opportunity, this one's a wow.
Yeah, first goal of the season for Brooks Laich. Gotta watch this 2 or 3 times. I love the sound of the puck hitting the crossbar. And you can hear it there, right over the catching glove of Ryan Miller, who went down in tight. You've always been told as a player, Joe, you go upstairs. Well, that was right under the bar for 21.
I'm not sure which part of that goal I like best. The catch or the finish.
I like the finish, you know that. Under the bar, you hear the sound, and it's in the twine.
Alsner pumps this one right off the draw, following up a pad save for Hudobin. Brooks Lykes' next point will be number 300 in his NHL career. Niskanen goes off the boards and back to center. Nestrashil regrouping with the help of Lyles. On through Skinner and down.
Nice to meet some Nestrashil. I'm not feeling so well.
It does sound like an over-the-counter medicine.
Yes, it does.
Andre Nestrashil. With a centering pass there, it was Rask who fanned on it. That's Victor, not Tuukka. As Latta works in, Michael Latta kept to the outside. Fed that one off of Hudobin. Alzner's headman was intercepted. This is Rask working in 2-on-2 with Nestrashil. The wrist is deflected away. 3 minutes and change to go, separating us from Lattice's Intermission Live. Just past the bottom of the hour with the NHL on Comcast Sportsnet. The second of 4 meetings between these Metropolitan Division rivals. Nick Backstrom gave the Caps a win back in early November at the expense of the Hurricanes. Snapshot handled by Holtby. That winning goal coming with just 14 seconds left in the extra session. Fair, who knows a thing or two about OT GWGs. Bouncing back through center. Fair had a couple against Boston and one this year against Arizona. Falk. Long stretch blocked by Joel Ward.
And didn't get all that he wanted on him. You can hear him yell all the way up here for that misfire. He tried to blame it on his stick. His stick wouldn't break. Just didn't get enough mustard. Right idea, wrong result for their D-man.
Justin Falk. I wonder what word he yelled. As Ward will send it in. Talusti through center. Glove down by Alzner. And then Backstrom. Wilson lost an edge. He's yelling words too. Semin feeds for the Nash wrister. That was blocked. Ovechkin able to stop on a dime. The feed for Backstrom. Left it in his wake, hoping that Alzner was running in. Wilson towards the goal, and that's gloved by Anton Hudobin. We've had only one tally in this contest, Locker. It belongs to Jay Beagle.
And it starts with the speed of the bouncing puck from Jason Chimera. Jordan can't control it. Chimera off to the races. The follow-up is Jay Beagle. He stashes it. Real nice play by Beagle. A lot of players don't skate full speed to the net, then you don't score. You go full out, you're going to get a bounce like that. As Beagle struck for his 16th goal in the National Hockey League tonight.
Remember where Jay played in college?
Alaska, right?
Alaska, Anchorage.
Yep.
Good for you. Chimera rides Boychuk to the boards with 80 seconds remaining in period 2. Lattice's Intermission Live coming up. McClement finds Hainsey. McClement turned back by Beagle. Funnels it onto the Washington side as Orpik circles, takes a bump from Dwyer. Latta watches the puck roll through. 1 minute to go in the second. John Carlson on the boards for Latta. Didn't handle that cleanly. Carlson will try it again. Fresh from his first 2-goal game in the NHL. Hudobin finding this one. There's a penalty call to come. It appears to be a boarding call.
Yep, the Caps at their bench getting ready, I think, to go to a power play here. Here you see the
Carolina
call.
26 to minor boarding.
And it is a boarding call, so the Caps go to a late power play here. John Michael Lyles will have a seat. Peter's team will go to the PK. Late opportunity to add to their lead. We've been asking for that next goal, Joe B, and the one after that also. And they need one right here. It'd be great.
This would be a nice time for it.
Yep.
John Michael Lyles to the penalty box. These power play stats are packaged by the UPS store. Just a second advantage on the night for the Caps. They had a mere 1 against Vancouver 2 nights ago. Niskanen accelerates and plays it on for Backstrom. He'll shuffle to the corner to Brouwer. 20 seconds in the period. Niskanen for Backstrom. Johansson is right on the doorstep. Nicholas finagles, feeds Niskanen for a drive, stick save, and then Hudobin swats it into the corner. 7 seconds to go. McClement takes the hit from Johansson. 4 seconds to play. Dwyer working back through center, received a chop from Ovechkin as the siren sounds. Mr. Beagle, you still have the lead goal. 40 minutes complete. Mr. Holtby, you're doing just fine in the goals against department. 20 stops for Braden through 2. Lattice's Intermission Live is coming up. United States Hockey Hall of Fame, the inductees going in tonight in the great state of Minnesota. Highlights and stats from right here in the booth and locker. Perhaps,
It's a redo on the goal.
we're going to say, well, we're going to do it? Well, let's see. We'll see if you will tell us straight. We'll see. Caps, pleased with a 1-0 advantage. Off we go. Lattice's Intermission Live. To the studio now, Chick Hernandez and Brian Mitchell. February 27th for meeting number 3 between these division rivals. At the moment, the Capitals have a 1-0 advantage after 2 periods of play. Joe and Craig with you inside of PNC Arena. We asked you on Twitter, if you could own one piece of hockey memorabilia, what would it be?
Nice, right there. The Russian 5, Fedorov, Larianov, Kozlov, Fedosov, and Konstantinov. That would be a nice
Slam
piece.
dunk Red Wing fan right there. Herb Brooks from the 80 team, not bad.
Jim Craig draped himself
The
in the
flag,
80s. Yep.
the flag that he had, that's going to be a tough one to get.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Dominic a little upset with Bonsai.
Oh, the cup in the living room. That'd be sweet. Ooh, that puck would be a game keepsake, wouldn't it?
The illegal stick from, is that, oh gosh, that Los Angeles, Montreal
Or
playoff?
Montreal, yeah.
Wayne Gretzky's first goal puck. That'd be a good one. Terry Sawchuk, who we saw in the highlights of the late Jean Beliveau. Blocker, do you have a seat from the
No,
forum?
I don't. I wish I would have got one, Joe B.
That would have been a good move.
Kolzig mask.
Godzilla! Well done, folks, as always. Hashtag Capitals Talk. Third period unfolds for you with the NHL on Comcast Sportsnet. Caps next up with New Jersey on Saturday at Prudential Center. These Hurricanes will host Detroit on Sunday. Ovechkin will slam in. Remember, Washington begins this period with a man advantage. Niskanen for Ovechkin's one-timer. Sprawling Hudobin has it beneath him for the whistle.
Real good stop there. Alex Ovechkin and Hudobin were World Junior teammates back in 05. The All-Star team was Phaneuf, Sutter, Ovi, Patrice Bergeron, and Jeff Carter. Quite a group of characters there, Joe B. The goaltenders, Hudobin, Rask, Halak, all in that World Junior tournament in 05.
You could win some games with that kind of a unit. Capitals power play another 54 seconds. Talusti sends him back through center. Alex Ovechkin feathers this on for Backstrom. Among the NHL leaders again in power play assists. Nash on the takeaway. 2-on-2 shorthanded. Riley Nash to the deep slot looking for Talusti. Good stick check by Backstrom. Ovechkin heads back up ice. Sends in Johansson. To point position for Niskanen. He was bothered by the 26-year-old Talusti. Brouwer swings, bumped down by Hainsey and vice versa. As the Capitals are frittering away this man advantage to start the third.
And it just shows you how well the Hurricanes have been penalty killing late. They've killed off 19, I think, of their last 20. They've been very solid. That side of their game is pretty well in order under Peters, their head coach.
Offside against Washington. I was going to say they've been clean on the penalty kill for Coach Peters in 5 straight games. This is a Washington team facing the Peters bunch that's dropped 4 of its last 5. 2 in a row. Capitals trying to get off of this skid before they make their way to the Garden State. John Carlson steps into the attack territory. Ward flings it wide of Anton Hudobin. No Cam Ward tonight. Ward has been playing extremely well for Carolina. He's out injured. Fair fires and Hudobin shuts the door.
Yeah, other than the one rebound, Hudobin has been really locked tight on the puck. The Capitals' shot selection so far on Hudobin, 16 of the 22 shots have been right to the middle section of the net or body. 3 to the catching glove, Joe B. and just two to the blocker side. And there it is, right to the belly. You know the goaltender's on his right angles if there's no net that you can see by Khudobin. He's playing his angles very well here tonight.
Backed up by 31-year-old Drew McIntyre, a 12th-year pro. Grand total of 6 NHL games on his ledger, 3 different squads. Skinner gets bopped there by Carlson. This will squirt past Lyles. Harrison comes over to play. 5-on-5 as we approach the 2-minute mark of this third period. Khudobin giving the marching orders for Lyles to swing. Finds the captain, Eric Stahl. Moseying back, he'll clear it in. Orpik paddles it on around for Ward. Striding through center, and he'll be content to drop it into the corner. This game has not been a Picasso by any stretch.
Not even close.
A 1-0 lead, though, looks beautiful for the moment for Washington.
Sometimes the way you got to play to get wins, Joby. This Caps team needs wins, and these are the type of game that can often help you just the way they're playing here.
Locker, that was not a complaint. It was just a statement of fact.
Yeah.
Not the prettiest. Gerby slots, leaves the drop pass there. When he checks the videotape, he'll want to be more unselfish than that.
I think so. You get the puck in the slot, you got to shoot the puck.
Latta closing in. Chimera jumped the gun. He was offside on the play. Locker, revisit your voice on value, presented by Morgan Franklin Consulting.
Push the pace. I thought they did for the first 5 to 10 minutes of this game, and now they've settled into their game plan, very structured. To me, it's a methodical game by the Caps. It's not the run and gun. It's not high octane. It's methodical. They're moving the puck. They're playing their positions. No one wants to get caught out of position against Carolina here, and that's why it's a 1-0 game.
Back on Tuesday, the Caps fell to Vancouver, while Carolina eked out a 2-1 win over Nashville. Talusti towards the goal mouth, steered aside by Braden Holtby. Lyles plays it on top for Harrison. Through the seam on the money here, a backhand score! Alex Semin.
Seam pass burns the checkers, the defensive zone cover, and Semin not known for a backhand. It's probably his best backhand he's ever scored in the National Hockey League. That had some tempo on it. Watch the puck, D to D. Harrison's going to find Semin with a hard pass. He collects it, and that is a dart, Joe. Very difficult to shoot like that, and that's why they want more from Alexander Semin. He had a 25-game goalless drought. He just broke it against his former team. There you look at the dates. Started last March 25th.
He had been pointless in his last 7 outings overall. Semin gets his 3rd goal in 11 career games against Washington. It's a brand new count at 3:19 of the 3rd period. And now the bodies will start to come together. The physical confrontation between these division rivals. Nothing is easy against the Hurricanes.
And for Semin, that'll be the grand piano off his back, so the Caps better beware of him.
Look out. Eric Stahl to steal, trying to wrap after Holtby gave it away behind the cage. Long way to go in regulation time. 16 minutes to be specific. As Gerby golfs it in. The NHL on CSN. Joe and Craig with you tonight from PNC Arena. The Capitals starting 3 straight on the road. Carolina has just tied this game. Old friend turned villain, Alex Semin has the lone strike for the Canes. Jay Beagle on the board for the Caps, way back in the 1st. At point position, Niskanen crawling towards it. Fair's one-timer didn't have a lot of mustard. Niskanen calmly will deal it back into the offensive zone. Ward and Fair hunting for the puck. Brooks Laich out there on a night when Yevgeny Kuznetsov has been a healthy scratch. Capitals did not get the services of Mike Green off the injured list just the same. A backhander that's rolled wide by Nash as he's chased by Fair. Fault fires, and Holtby has that in the glove long enough for the whistle.
That's a good stop right there. He had a lot of traffic in front of the net. They're very good at getting guys to the front of the net. The coaching staff says, hey, we've got to get in the eyes of the opposition's goaltenders. Well, that's exactly what happened there. That's a good save by Braden Holtby with traffic in front of him.
Coach Peters not waiting long to get Alex Simmons' line right back out there. Semin, who just scored his 500th NHL point with a backhander to the crossbar and in. Out there with Nash and Talusti. Another backhander that goes wide.
Hey, it worked once. Why not try it again?
It sure did. We may have seen about 3 of those in 8 years with Washington.
Exactly.
A ton of howitzer-like slap shots, though, as this is offside against Carolina. My goodness, just his first of the year.
Yeah, 13th pick in 02 for the Washington Capitals. 198 goals now, and there you see his ledger so far. And when you look at the 2 big guys, Simmons the second highest paid player on the team. Stahl's at about 8.2. He's at $7 million, so 15 plus million in those guys, and they have 7 goals to show for it. I know Stahl was hurt early on, but you need your big buck guys to deliver, and Semin has here to tie it up.
John Michael Lyles has the puck at center, even in full strength, in a 1-1 draw. Harrison trickles it back behind the Washington cage. Shots on goal are 23-22 in favor of Carolina. Beagle's posted up, turns away from McClement, hitting Chimera for a wrister that was deadened by Harrison. Latta, McClement sealing him. Beagle flies by. Jay Beagle, good look for Jack Hillen. Drive and a split save. Old-fashioned Anton Hudobin.
Man, that was a complete split. It just about off-balance split by Hudobin, but it worked well with his left pad.
He put me into traction.
Yeah.
Takeaway, Boychuk, feed the front. Holtby, magnificent on Lindholm. Full extension at both ends, and Holtby with a sensational stop.
Gumby's at both ends of the ice here at PNC Arena.
Hillen for Beagle and a headman for Ovechkin, who is guarded by Gerby. Almost 7 minutes deep in the third period. Carolina has rallied to tie. Backstrom calmly ahead for Wilson. He'll pitch it rink wide. Hillen off the boot of Wilson. Fans inside of PNC Arena putting their voices to good use in favor of these Canes. It's Carlson carefully through center. Hillen dumping it in crisply. Along the wall, Rask comes away. Nice pass for Nestrashil. Andre Nestrashil dangling in on Orpik, who played him perfectly.
Man, that's a veteran play by Orpik. So good playing one-on-ones. When he's confronted with that type of play, he just took that puck away. It looked very easy, but that's a lot more difficult than it looks.
Tell me the key for defenders on a one-on-one like that.
Stick position number 1, taking away time and space. Body position inside and not following the puck. Watching the chest of the forward on the attack will leave you in good position.
Fair with a nice play. Pokes this one high. Hudobin came out to take away the real estate. Ward feeds the slot. Fair still dangerous with Hainsey guarding him. Jordan plays it on the board. Skinner beaten there by Brooks Laich as we approach 8 minutes gone by in period 3. Ward turns the corner on his forehand now. Laich a missed step. Nestrashil on for Jordan. Mikhail Jordan, native of the Czech Republic, bouncing through center. We asked him directly this morning. It's definitely not Michael Jordan, he said. Sure looks like Michael Jordan.
I'm glad you told me that.
Lanko.
You shouldn't have.
Beagle.
I was ready for MJ all night long.
Nuh-uh. Red sweatered Canes have the puck. Jordan able to clear. Alsner has it. Sharing with Niskanen. On the lead for Latta. Talusti gets back defensively. Alex Semin tying this hockey game in period 3. Beagle providing the opening strike a long time ago. Lyles on the drop. Harrison, a weak drive. Easily turned away by Holtby. Shot counter level at 25. Semin to the front there. Stahl Guarded by Orpik all the way to the glass.
Caps lucky there. He was so wide open, but the puck bounced on him. Couldn't control to execute a deke in front of the Capitals goal.
Eric Stahl turns there, had it blocked as he's saber rattling with Brooks Orpik. Orpik broke his hockey stick in the process, shoves down Stahl there nonetheless, and this is offside against the Canes. Eric Stahl incensed. Braden Holtby checking the scoreboard. Alex Semin a few moments ago on the board against his old mates. We are 1-1 in Raleigh. Game summary brought to you by Night Point Systems. They offer the technology you need when you need it. Jay Beagle, go to the net and good things will happen.
And Timmer doing a great job with his speed. Has picked up an assist on the Caps' only goal. He has 4 shots and a couple of hits. And former Cap, Alexander Semin, the only guy to strike for Carolina. He's got his 500th career point with his first of the season.
408 of those points with the Washington Capitals back in the day. Now in his 3rd full season here in Raleigh. Loose in front of the doorstep. Knocked aside by Holtby. These two teams are skating 5-on-5. Carolina has had the better of the play in the last few minutes. Emboldened by that Alex Semin strike. Nearing the midway mark of the 3rd, Gerby scampers out of the corner. Falk's one-timer is deflected as Niskanen decked Eric Stahl in front. Gleason spins it below the goal line for Gerby, and there's Niskanen again. Wilson didn't get it out. He will on his 2nd effort. Falk waits and peppers this one right to Holtby. Both teams getting fresh troops on ice.
Another 1-goal game here, Joe B. And sort of something of the norm for Carolina. 5 of their last 6 have been 1-goal victories or losses. And for the Caps, 5 of the last 7. So we're going to see who's going to break here late.
1-1 with 9.5 to go. Hainsey turns away from a former Winnipeg Jet teammate in Eric Fair. Like has room, fires. That's deflected wide of the cage. Hainsey around for Jordan. Further to Dwyer. Good hustle by Fair. For Like. Brooks Like turns. Hainsey puts him to the boards. McClellan is there defensively, supporting his blue liner. The officials allowing the play to continue. Referees Raymond and Kazari giving the boys a long leash. Fair from his knees for Ward. Joel Ward throws the stiff arm out. Waits, then fires. A stick save for Hudobin. Brooks Light keeps it, lets it fly again. And a glove save for Anton Hudobin. Good net minding at both ends of the rink. We remain 1-1 on CSN. The hard hits, highlights of the game are brought to you by Timberland Pro.
These two teams don't like each other. It's always been a great rivalry between the Canings and the Capitals. Like getting involved down low. You have Backy finishing off a guy, a little trip there, an upset of a guy. Wilson was clipped there by McClement along the wall. That was in the 1st period. Always heavy hitting and hard working between these two clubs.
Carolina going with Anton Hudobin tonight. Cam Ward had won his last 2 decisions. Franchise's all-time wins leader is on the shelf. Not expected to be long-term. Latta controls the face-off. He's been among the NHL rookie leaders in face-off effectiveness this season. Latta muscles his way to the front door. This one bounding around, still pinballing free. Latta has the puck. Turns on Rask. Puck protection from Latta. Very strong there. Came on through. Nestor Schill didn't get it past Hillen. Chimera's centering pass back to the point. Schmidt for Chimera. And Lyles will dig in. Brush this one ahead. Rask will get it clear. Tick-tock, tick-tock, 7:50 to go in the 3rd period. Alex Semin has tied it for Carolina in this frame. This Carolina squad, one of the bottom 5 when it comes to overall goals scored this season. They have enough for the moment. Brouwer will spirit this one free. Johansson has the puck. Full gallop through center. Talusti angled him. Counterattack, Riley Nash. On the chip and chase, Gleason there. Backstrom shows up at the right time. Johansson zooms through center. Dealing with Falk. Falk on the move. That pass jammed the winger Talusti. Backstrom between defenders, right into the turnbuckle.
Yeah, it's a pretty good back check there by Semin against Backstrom. He made sure he came all the way back to help out his D instead of trying to turn it around and jump up ice. Bad, good back check there by Semin.
Matt Niskanen keeps it going. Gerby chunks one wide of the cage. 6.5 left in regulation time. Eric Stahl hiding behind the cage for Gerby, and off of his shins to awaiting Eric Fehr. Fehr layers this ahead. Knocked down by the defense. Ward trailing the play. Sent it right through the blue paint. Fehr pouncing on it for Washington. Brooks Laich drags it along the wall. Ward gets into it along with Eric Stahl. 4 players in that scrum. Objects in the mirror larger than they might appear. Gerby, all 5'6" of them, racing back through center. Carlson ahead for Ward. Nothing there according to Harrison. 5:40 to play. Who blinks? Who makes the next mistake? John Carlson advancing up ice. Nicely timed for the entry on Wilson there, and it's deflected out of play by John Michael Lyles. 5.5 to go in regulation time. All even at 1. Capitals fans itching for that next goal. It's a 1-1 hockey game in Raleigh. Join the Kids Club today, folks, for just $20. As a member, your child will receive a Kids Club kit. It includes a Nicklas Backstrom bobblehead, monthly newsletters, contests, and invitations to exciting events. For more info or to join, WashingtonCaps.com. All on hand tonight inside of PNC Arena. Capitals had a 1-0 lead for the longest of time. Alex Semin at 3:19 of the third period, leveling the count from Harrison and Lyles.
And here they go. Wilson and Gleason chopping at each other. A couple of cross checks. The linesmen separate them after that missed draw. They'll add the second back on the clock. Another face-off coming up.
That would be a serious heavyweight bout. Ovechkin right up the draw. He scores, but there was a whistle.
Yeah, there was. Another bad draw by the linesman.
Ugh. Derek Amell, the veteran linesman, drops it. Backstrom wins it. In the blink of an eye, Ovechkin scores, but they wipe it out immediately.
And you can see McClement just let him win it there as the coaching staff looks on. The referees have sorted it out. Another face-off for the third time.
Alex Ovechkin has the puck turning wide. Sharp angle, and Hudobin just got back to the post in time. Nicklas Backstrom protecting the biscuit to the high slot. Fires, deflected away. 5:10 left in the third period right now. McClement working wide, accelerates in there on Backstrom. Took a good angle, did Nicklas. Wilson's there to support, so too Alsner. You see that 5- and 6-man scrum, and then Niskanen jumps out of the pack with the puck. Ovechkin. Powerful strides, turning on Hainsey. Alex Ovechkin. Didn't get that pass through cleanly. High slot here. Wilson was poke checked by Nash.
And that was a game saver because he had daylight in front of him on a weird turnover that just about went the Caps' way.
Eric Fehr's pass is going to chase John Carlson back onto the Capitals side of the table. A handheld look at the Washington breakout. Orpik finding Ward. Time ticking, just over 4 minutes to go in regulation of a 1-1 draw. Talusti in tight quarters, they lost it. Fehr's in. Fehr to a forehand, he scores! Eric Fehr!
What a steal and finish by Eric Fehr. Under the bar she goes. I just had a feeling that Eric coming in would go to his forehand. He put it right under the bar. Very passive on the forecheck, and it worked out nicely. Look at them coming out of the zone. Mishandle up the wall. Hainsey to the middle. There's the puck. The misplay right in the middle by Riley Nash. And here comes Eric Fehr. A little deke to the forehand. The misplay right there, going wide, leads to this Caps goal. It'll be unassisted by Eric Fehr, going backhand, forehand route. 2-1 Caps leads.
Second time in as many games against Carolina that Fehr has struck, as he roofs that one at 15-58, his fourth in the season, all four of them at even strength. Now the Capitals need to batten down the hatches in the remaining 3:55 to get this road swing off on a good start. Two teams are playing it even in full strength. Carolina has not had a power play tonight. Chimera cruising in with a backhand, and Hudobin had to get those pads together in time. Harrison sending Skinner out wide. Jeff Skinner fires, blocker pad save, and Holtby will melt the rebound.
You want to know how to skate? Watch that Skinner kid. How about the open pivots?
He's amazing on his edges.
Oh, I mean,
so
he opens up. I mean, that is unbelievable dexterity to be able to open up like that on the attack, and it slows the play down, much like Chimera skates. Here's that last opportunity. Watch him collect it. Watch the open pivot. Look at that, Joby. Amazing. That is so difficult to do as a hockey player, and he makes it look so easy.
And then he's increasing his speed.
Exactly. Or he can slow down, or he can speed up.
The cheap shots on goal divvied up into thirds tonight. Washington won better than Carolina, as they are on the big board where it matters most. Lyles' bid was blocked. Remember, Caps postgame live, presented by your DC area Acura dealer. Coming up, Al Koken and Alan May. Icing call against Washington. Our thanks to the DC area Acura dealers and all of our gracious sponsors for their support. Capitals coverage on Comcast Sportsnet continues on Saturday. We'll have you covered from Prudential Center. It's the Caps and Devils.
Isn't this interesting? 3:18 to go, and they're pulling Hudobin, Joby. This is some of the earliest times I've seen a goaltender pulled. They think they've got the Capitals a little weary. They throw out a new line. They go 6-on-5 right here to tie.
Very interesting. Fehr tied up on the draw. Skinner has the puck. Going to the cage, blocked. Loose at the doorstep. Holtby can't clamp onto it yet. 6-on-5 for the guys in red with better than 3 minutes to go in the third. Jordan keeps it on the glass. Ward chops at it. Carlson spins it off the boards. It'll go wide of the cage and be icing, and the Caps still can't make a change.
Yeah, and they've already used their timeout because they had a face-off in the first period that they had to call a timeout on with the Burakovsky line out there. So now they get another set of fresh guys on the ice.
And this is where you can't fool around at the next face-off, right? You can't go in there and intentionally get kicked out.
You got to throw the same guy in, or you get a delay of game penalty.
2:55 left in the third. Head coach Peters pulling out the stops. Of course, he can always put Hudobin back in at the next stoppage in play.
And there's other ways to delay. You just whack each other, and then the linesman has to come in like Ward just did there to buy extra couple of seconds.
You're not cheating, you're not trying. Brooks Laich working to the outside. Laich gets it into the Carolina zone. There are 2:45 remaining in this hockey game. 6 attackers out there in red, and Carolina is offside, and Hudobin will probably be coming back now. 2-1 Washington. Caps player of the game, sponsored by the Palm Restaurant. We're going with Jay Beagle.
Why not? Third goal of the season, hard working goal. He's worked in the trenches tonight, 3 blocks, and he's a +1 playing 5-on-5.
You can enter to be the Palm Fan of the Month at thepalm.com/fan. Not you, Locker, but everyone else.
I gotcha.
Capitals gunning for win number 11. Came into tonight's action at 10-10-4 by virtue of their most recent loss to Vancouver on home ice. Alex Semin tied the game for Carolina here in the third. Eric Fehr with a beautiful goal has given Washington the lead back as Hudobin makes a break for the bench. 2:15 left in the third. 6 attackers in red. Talusti jamming for it along the wall. It's bounced free to Alzner. Sprinkles it around the boards. It won't get out. Not yet. Semin. Pass blocked by Alzner, who dragged a shin pad perfectly there as the Caps clear. Less than 2 minutes to go.
This seems like it's going on forever, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Lyles playing it on. Talusti and Semin bottled up there by Orpik. Skinner with a flyby, looking for Eric Stahl. Carlson off of Alex Semin. 6 attackers on for Carolina. Lyles offers, Falk fires, it's blocked. 90 seconds to go. Semin waits. Alex Semin feeds inside. It squirts to the corner for Talusti. Falk on the interchange. Skinner drives, shouldered down by Holtby. Rebound still free. Ward to the outside. Ward put a lift check on. Caps are still hemmed in. 1:10 to go. Carlson feeds it high in the window. Nice keep in there by Falk. Dustin Falk to the front. Bang, bang play. Simmons drive. Great block by Brooks Orpik. Brooks Orpik with a key play there. Capitals changing on the go. Defenders are dragging. 50 seconds left. 6 on 5 for the Canes. Alzner encouraged to slam it around the boards. Didn't get it out. Falk feeds for Hainsey. Rister on the way. Armed aside by Holtby. 35 seconds to go. Puck at center. Brouwer with it. Trundles it into the Carolina end. 28 seconds to play. Hainsey exploring at center. Working wide. Good defense by Alzner. Fair is there. 15 seconds left. Around the wall, rolling back through center. Beagle in hot pursuit. 10 ticks to go. The whistle here, the stoppage in play.
What a sequence of events there for the Caps. Good pressure by Carolina. With about 3 minutes left to go, they pulled their goalie, put it back in. Then you need a game saver on a block shot. They had set it up nicely to Alexander Semin. And there's Brooks Orpik. Another block shot in this hockey game. He's been kabonging guys. He's been blocking shots. That the game saver here late with under 10 seconds to go.
Timeout call for by Carolina. Capitals leading in the blocked shot department by 4. Orpik is among the top 3 in the league in that department. And you just received a great example of how and why he gets it done. Assistant coach Todd Reardon has the defenders all along the bench. Checking the scoreboard, 9.6 to go.
And Barry Trotz was telling a group of people around him this morning, the press, that, talking about shot blocking, he said it's not a trend, it's a requirement from everybody, and the Caps have bought in, and they've had a high commitment, as he calls it, to blocking shots, and there you see the reason why, arguably the game saver to give the Caps 2 points here tonight.
And nowadays, defenders have to just be that much more skilled at avoiding those block shot lanes. Face off here in neutral zone, that's a plus for Washington. 9.6 to go. Carolina has the upper hand and draws. They win this one. Lyles waits, pumps an 80-footer. No troubles for Holtby. 3 seconds, 2. Lyles at the point, hit it with a high stick. There's a whistle with .3 on the clock.
Yeah, they aren't going to be able to score from outside the blue, Joe B. Could be a 2-point win here. Great way to kick off the road trip for the Caps. A hard-fought game here against Carolina. We knew it was going to be hard-fought. We knew it was going to be in the trenches. And it turned out to be another one-goal game here in Carolina.
Braden Holtby in his career against Carolina, a save percentage of .940. Better than that tonight, as he has stopped 29 of 30 sent his way. The officials, namely referee Steve Kazari at the timekeeper's table, we're wondering if there will be any additional time put on the clock.
I'm sure there will be, Joe, the way they're over there making sure and they get it right here. Carolina, I'm sure, asking for a couple of ticks more. I'm not sure it's going to be over 2. It's probably about 1 at the most. But they're going to sort it out here and maybe not any.
Everybody waiting for the response.
And there it is.
1 second to play. 1.0. And Washington comes to Raleigh and wins again. 5 straight here for the guys in the white jerseys. A 2-1 decision.
They needed a hard-fought win to kick off this road trip. They worked hard. They got some unlikely sources when it comes to goals, and Beagle, Eric Fair with the game winner, and brilliant goaltending with a lot of traffic in front of Braden Holtby. The Capitals victorious 2-1.
Well done for Washington. Game 1 of the road swing for Craig, for all the men and women in our crew. Joe Beninati, thanks for your time. Saturday evening is next. New Jersey and Washington, 7 Eastern on CSN. Up next, Capitals post-game live with Al Koken and Alan May standing by. That was the winner from Eric Fair in dramatic fashion. Washington downs the Canes.